Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about the differentiation of parametric function. In previous lectures we have seen many types of function like composite function, implicit function, explicit function, exponential function, etc. Now before starting with the differentiation of parametric function, first we should know what is parametric function. So let's see the definition of parametric function. It's given that if two variables x and y are represented using another variable t, then the equation giving the relation between x, y and this variable t is called as parametric equation, and variable t is called as parameter of that equation. So for example, see, y is equals to 2t and x is equals to t square. So here y is written in terms of t as well as x is also written in terms of t. So this equation is a parametric equation. Similarly, take one more example. X is equals to cos t, y is equals to sin t. Again here x is represented in terms of t and y is also represented in terms of t. So such type of equations, this set of these two equations are called as parametric equation. Clear? So what is parametric equation? If variables x and y are written in terms of another variable t, then those equations are called as parametric equation, and this variable t will be called as the parameter of that equation. So now we have learned the definition of parametric equation. So our next goal is to know how to differentiate a parametric function. That means if parametric function is given, then how to find its derivative. So for that process we will see a result, a theorem on that. So suppose we have a function y which is f of t, that means y is represented in terms of t and x is also a function of t, and then they are differentiable function of n t. That means we can find the derivative with respect to t, as well as y is also differentiable function of x, and dx by dt, that means derivative of x with respect to t is not equal to 0. Then in such cases how to find dy by dx? So for that use this formula, dy by dx will be dy by dt upon dx by dt, that means derivative of y with respect to t divided by derivative of x with respect to t. So using this formula we can differentiate any parametric function. Now remember one thing, here in our definition of parametric function we have taken parameter as t, but it's not compulsory that every time parameter will be t only. It can be theta or any other variable also. So we'll see one example. So we have to find dy by dx, that means we have to find derivative of y with respect to x. If so, our question is x is a cot theta and b is b cosec theta. X is a cot theta, y is b cosec theta. So here x is represented in terms of theta, similarly y is also represented in terms of theta. So here theta is our parameter, and what we have to find here, dy by dx, that means derivative of y with respect to x. And what formula we are going to use here, dy by dx is equals to dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Now we are differentiating them with respect to theta because here variable is, parameter is theta. See, so first we'll differentiate y and then we'll differentiate x. So our y is b cosec theta. So we can directly start with differentiation. We'll differentiate this equation with respect to theta. So left hand side will be dy by d theta. Here b is constant, so keep b outside, into derivative of cosec theta with respect to theta. So now what is derivative of cosec theta? Minus b cosec theta into cot theta. So now we have differentiated y with respect to theta. Now our next step is we'll differentiate x with respect to theta. So differentiate with respect to theta. Now at this point I want you all to pause your video and write derivative of x with respect to theta. Pause your video for 2 minutes. and try to write the derivative of x with respect to theta. Okay, now as you have written the derivative, let's check whether it's correct or not. So derivative of x with respect to theta is a times derivative of cot theta, because a is constant here, so we are keeping it outside. So derivative of cot theta is a times minus cosec square theta. So take that minus sign outside. So it's minus a into cosec square theta. So now we have calculated dy by d theta as well as dx by d theta. Next step is we'll find dy by dx. So formula is dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Now we have the value of dy by d theta as well as dx by d theta. So substitute those two values in this formula. So we'll get minus b cosec theta into cot theta upon minus a cosec square theta. Now after cancellation, we'll get dy by dx as b times cot theta upon cosec theta. Now you can leave your answer like this also, or you can further simplify it. Like we can write cot theta as cos theta upon sin theta and cosec theta as 1 upon sin theta. Then we can cancel out that sin theta. So what we are left with, b cos theta upon a. So this is the final answer. So here dy by dx is b cos theta upon a. So this was derivative of a parametric function. Let's move to the next question. So question is same, we have to find dy by dx. So here x is given as cos inverse of 2t upon 1 plus t square and y is sec inverse of root of 1 plus t square. Now how to differentiate here? But before that, first we have to see whether it is parametric equation or not. So here, as we can directly see, x is written in terms of t, y is also written in terms of t. So it's a parametric equation. And what is parameter here? T. Yes, here t is the parameter. What do we have to find? Dy by dx. What formula we are going to use? Dy by dx is equals to dy by dt upon dx by dt. Now since here parameter is t, so we are differentiating with respect to t. So we'll start with differentiation of x. Now it's not compulsory that first we have to differentiate y and then x. We can differentiate any variable first. So here we are differentiating x. Okay, now just concentrate here. We can directly take the derivative using cos inverse and then composite rule of differentiation. But in my previous lectures, we have seen some special method of substitution to find the derivative. So using that we can find derivative easily here. So as you can notice here, in the denominator it's 1 plus t square. So for such situations, what substitution we are going to use here? Just pause your video and write your answer in comment. Okay. So here substitution will be t is equals to tan theta. Okay, now what will be value of theta here? Tan inverse of t. So we'll use this substitution for our differentiation process here. So this is our equation number 1. Now substitute t is equals to tan theta in this value of x. So it will become cos inverse of, now here numerator is 2t. So 2 times, now in place of theta we have to substitute t, divided by denominator is 1 plus t square. So 1 plus, but t is what? Tan theta. So it will become tan square theta. Okay, so now here as we can see that it's 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So that can be written as, see, we have to use trigonometric formula here. So cos inverse of, and this bracket is the formula for sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta. Okay, outside we have cos inverse and inside we have cos sin theta. So cos inverse will get cancelled with cos theta only. So what we have to do here? We have to change this sin theta into cos theta. So for that we have to use allied angle formula. So it was cos inverse of sin 2 theta. Okay. So see what we have got here, x is pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Now how we have got that term here? So we are using allied angle formula here. So note down this step. So it's cos inverse what we have to do here, we have to change this sine theta into cos. So for that, this is our allied angle formula, that can be written as cos pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Note down this step. This is using allied angle formula. So now this cos inverse will go with this cos. So we are left with pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So what is value of x here? Pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Now from equation number 1, we can substitute the value of theta here. So we'll get x as pi by 2 minus 2 times, and what is value of theta? Tan inverse of t. So value of simplified value of x is pi by 2 minus 2 times tan inverse of t. So now we have simplified the value of x. Next step is to differentiate it. So differentiate with respect to t. So dx by dt will be, now derivative of pi by 2 will be 0 because it's a constant number and derivative of constant number is 0. So we are left with minus 2 times derivative of tan inverse of t. Okay, now pause your video at this time and write the derivative of this function x, like write derivative of tan inverse of t. Okay, now check whether your answer is correct or not. So its derivative will be minus 2 times and derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus t square. So our final answer is dx by dt is equals to minus 2 times minus 2 upon 1 plus t square. So we have got derivative of x with respect to t. Next step, we have to find dy by dt. So what is our y here? Sec inverse of root 1 plus t square. So again we'll go with same substitution. That means we'll substitute t is equals to tan theta. So y will be sec inverse of, now in place of this t we are taking tan theta. Since it is t square, so it will become tan square theta. Now what is 1 plus tan square theta? By using trigonometric identities, we know that 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta. So it will become sec square theta, and root of sec square theta will be sec theta. So now outside we have sec inverse, inside we have sec theta. So they'll get cancelled with each other because they are inverse of each other. So yeah, y will be theta. Now we have got y in terms of theta. So from equation number 1 we can substitute the value of theta. So y was theta and theta is tan inverse of t. So y will become tan inverse of t. Now differentiate with respect to t. So dy by dt and derivative of tan inverse of t. Now again pause your video here, write derivative of tan inverse t in comment and see whether you got the correct answer or not. So derivative of tan inverse of t is 1 upon 1 plus t square. So now we have the value of dx by dt and dy by dt. So we can start calculating dy by dx. So formula for dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. Now substitute the value of dx by dt and dy by dt in this formula. So we will get 1 upon 1 plus t square upon minus 2 upon 1 plus t square. So we can cancel out this 1 plus t square. So dy by dx will be minus 1 by 2. So this is our final answer. So this was differentiation of parametric function. Now we'll see some more different types of problem on this differentiation of parametric function. So some problems related to proving. So here x is given as a cos cube t, y is a sin cube t, and what we have to prove that dy by dx is minus y by x raised to 1 by 3, means minus cube root of y by x. Okay, so here our question is x is equals to a cos cube t and a sin cube t. So here x and y are represented in terms of t. That means it's a parametric equation, so we have to use formula for parametric equation. So we'll start with x. X is a cos cube t. So now there is no need to simplify because we cannot further simplify it. So we'll directly start with the differentiation. Now again pause your video here for some time and try to write the derivative of a cos cube t with respect to t, and comment in the comment whether you got the correct answer or not. So let's see what is derivative of a cos cube t with respect to t. So dx by dt will be a times derivative of cos cube t. Now as you can see here, we have two functions here. One is cube function, another is cos function. So first we'll differentiate cube function and then cos. So for cube function, remember this formula. Derivative of x square is, derivative of x cube is 3x square. So use this formula here. So we'll get a times 3 cos square t, because derivative of x cube is 3x square. So this is there, into, now we have differentiated cube. So what we are left with, cos t. So into derivative of cos t. So what is derivative of cos t? Yes, minus sin t. Derivative of cos t is minus sin t. So just simplify this expression. So we'll get dx by dt is minus 3a times cos square t into sin t. So this is a first equation. Next we'll differentiate y with respect to t. So y is a times sin cube t. Again directly start differentiating with respect to t. Again pause your video and try to write the value of dy by dt and comment your answer whether you got correct answer or not. So dy by dt a times derivative of sin cube t. Notice here a is a constant number, so we are keeping it outside and we are differentiating this variable term which is sin cube t here. So derivative of sin cube, it is same as derivative of cos cube. So first we'll differentiate this cube and then we'll multiply it with derivative of sin function. So dy by dt will be a times, so derivative of x cube is 3x square, so it will be 3 sin square t multiplied by derivative of sin t here. We are using differentiation of composite function here. So what is derivative of sin t? So derivative of sin t is cos t. So this is our equation number 2. So we have got dx by dt, dy by dt. So next step we'll find dy by dx. So formula for dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. Now from equation number 1 and 2, we'll substitute the value of dy by dt and dx by dt. So we'll get numerator is 3a sin square t cos t upon minus 3a cos square t sin t. Now cancel out the terms. So what we'll get, minus sin t upon cos t. So this is our dy by dx. Suppose if we have to find dy by dx, then this is our final answer. But we have to prove that dy by dx is minus y by x raised to 1 by 3. So now write this as equation number 3 and we'll try to convert this into y by x raised to 1 by 3. So for such a procedure where we have to prove something in parametric term, so first step is what? Find dx by dt, find dy by dt, then find dy by dx, and then after that use given question to prove the desired result. So we'll use the given question. So what is given here? X is equals to a cos cube t. Now you can notice here our denominator is cos t. So from this given equation, that means x is equals to a cos cube t, we'll try to find the value of cos t here and then substitute this in equation number 3. So since we are looking for cos t, so first we have to get rid of this a. So shift this a on the left hand side, so we'll get x by as cos cube t. Again we are finding cos cube t, so we have to remove this cube. So for that we have to take cube root on both sides. So if we take cube root, so we'll get cos t as x by a raised to 1 by 3 here. 1 by 3 means it is cube root of x by a. So suppose this is equation number 4. So we have got the value of cos t. Similarly in numerator we have sin t. So we have to find value of sin t also. So for sin t we'll use second equation, which is y is equals to a sin cube t. So again take a on the left hand side. Since we have cube here, so we have to remove that cube. For that we'll take cube root. So taking cube root, we'll get sin t as y by a raised to 1 by 3. So now we have the value of sin t and cos t. So this is equation number 4. So now using equation number 3, 4 and 5. Substitute all the values in equation number 3. We'll get dy by dx as minus, see numerator is sin t. So from equation number 5, substitute sin t as y by a raised to 1 by 3. Denominator is cos t. So from equation number 4, substitute cos t as x by a raised to 1 by 3. Now try to simplify this expression. They have common power, so take 1 by 3 common. So it will become y by a upon x by a. We can cancel out that a. So what we are left with, dy by dx is minus y by x, and this is what we have to prove. So this is the final answer. So if you have to prove something for a parametric equation, so first step is find dx by dt, next step find dy by dt, then by using the formula find dy by dx. So this is a regular procedure, but for proving something in case of parametric function, we have to use the given question also. Using given question, try to find the values which we have got in dy by dx. We'll see one more problem. Okay, in next problem, so question is we have to differentiate 3 raised to x with respect to log of 3 with base x. See, now in the previous lectures and previous problems, what we have done here, we have differentiated one variable y with respect to another variable x, or with respect to t, or with respect to theta. But here 3 raised to x is a function. Similarly, log 3 is with the base x is also a function. So here we have to differentiate one function with respect to another function. Like till the time we have differentiated one variable with respect to another variable, but in this question we have to differentiate one function with respect to another function. So for such type of questions, and this is one of the important questions. So for such type of thing, so take your write your first function as u, so which is 3 raised to x here, and second function as v. So what we have to do here, we have to differentiate 3 raised to x with respect to log 3 with base x. That means we have to differentiate u with respect to v. So what we have to find here, du by dv, because we have to differentiate u with respect to v. So that means we have to calculate du by dv. And what formula we should use here? As we can notice here, u is written in terms of x and v is also written in terms of x. This variable x is there. So that means we can say it is a parametric equation, and here x is taken as parameter. So we can use the formula for differentiation of parametric equation. So your formula for du by dv will be du by dx upon dv by dx. That means derivative of u with respect to x divided by derivative of v with respect to x. So now we'll try to find these two values. So start with u. So our u is 3 raised to x. So directly we'll differentiate it. Again at this time pause your video and try to write the derivative of u with respect to x. That means try to find the value of du by dx. So du by dx is derivative of 3 raised to x. So what will be derivative of 3 raised to x? Now it is of the form a raised to x. Derivative of a raised to x is a raised to x into log a. So derivative of 3 raised to x will be 3 raised to x into log 3. So now we have got value of du by dx. Next we have to find dv by dx. So v is log of 3 to the base x. Now see, as we know that derivative of log x is 1 upon x, but in that log term your base should be e. By default base is e, but here they have mentioned that base is x. So before starting with the differentiation we have to change the base to e. Now how to change the base? So for that thing just see here. So the procedure is you can remember using this method. So we have two numbers here, one is 3, another is x. So write log 3 in the numerator and log of base which is x here, so log x in the denominator, and then write whatever new base you want. So here we want base as e, so this. So that means after simplification, after changing the base, your v will become log 3 upon log x. So log 3 upon log x. Here I have not mentioned the base of log, so by default your base is e. Now we can differentiate here. So differentiating with respect to x, so it will be log of 3, because log 3 is constant number here, it does not have any term of x. So it is a constant term, so we have kept it outside. We have to take derivative of 1 upon log x. Again, at this time, pause your video and try to write the derivative of 1 upon log x in your notebook. And comment whether you have got your answer correctly or not. Okay, as we have calculated the derivative of 1 by log x, let's see whether we have got the correct answer or not. So as you can notice here, it is composite of two types of function. One is 1 by x and another is log x. So what is derivative of 1 by x? It's minus 1 by x square. So first we will use that. So see here, log 3 as it is constant and derivative of 1 by log x. So for that it is of the form 1 by x. So its derivative is minus 1 by x square. So minus 1 by, but in place of x we have log x. So log x whole square into, now we have differentiated 1 by x. So we have to differentiate, multiply it with derivative of log x. So derivative of log x is 1 by x. Now just simplify this expression. So we'll get dv by dx as minus log 3 upon x into log of x whole square. So now we have calculated dv by dx also. So for du by dv, formula is du by dx upon dv by dx. Now substitute these two values and try to simplify your answer. So it will become du by dv will be 3 raised to x upon log 3 upon minus of log 3 upon x log square. Now what we can do here? We can cancel out something. So what we can cancel here? So we can cancel this log 3 with the log 3. So what we are left with, see here, this thing will go in the numerator after simplification. So our du by dv will be minus x into 3 raised to x into log x whole square. So this is the final answer. So what we have seen here, how to differentiate one function with respect to another function. So for that, first step is what? Take first function as u, another function as v, find du by dx, dv by dx and use this formula. Du by dv will be du by dx upon dv by dx. So this is all we have in differentiation of parametric function. I hope you have understood. So that's all for this video. If you have any queries or any doubt, please comment. Thank you.